Well, let's pretend that I have some great musical introduction here that I want to bring out, but I don't. So let's say this introduction, and the music here is really right in the words. So we have here we're on page number Ches in the Tikkun HaZohar. This is one of the deepest places in the entire Kabbalah. So let's see what the Rashbi has to say. It's a Rishos Yehiv la'asas sivron l'golol lon rozim t'mirin d'lo is Yehiv Rishos l'golol lon ad yeze dar de malchum b'shicha. I think that we learned that piece already. I'm not sure how far we went. So, let's go on to the next one. This is Drashas Rashbi, Odos Shem Sifro HaZohar. So this is a drasha that the Rashbi is making on his Sefer the Zohar. So as we do, let me bring this down closer so we can look at it a little bit more easily. What's wrong here? I'm offline. There we go. So he says like this, what does Rashbi have to say over here about the Zohar? So he said, "Va'inyan noda besod godless partzufi zun, shesfirosechem gadolos al yedei ha'aras ha'chasade v'hagavuras ha'yordin memuach hadas hamispashtim bezun." So for those who find that a little bit difficult to hear, let's say it again. So he says the Indian is known. It's the secret of the growth of the Partzufi Mazer Anpin. Shefi Rosechem Godlus, how in fact do they grow? Ayedecha Ma'aras HaChasadim Agavuros HaYordim Memuach Hadas Mishpatim Umispashtim Bazon. So we understand that as a result of that Zer Anpin and the Nukva are considered to be children that don't have a complete brain, that are not really grown up and don't have that consciousness. He says the chasadim megadlim es sfiras zav v'chagavuras nitanim benukva. The gavuras go into the nukva and they build her the hagdalas sivrasechu in order to grow her spheros. Kavuv calls zecha bekama bekomos in the Yetz Chaim. So he has a note right there. I'm not sure where to go to it. We'll see. But Tom says Hadavarim the Inyanenu. So what are we really trying to get at here? Notice sheyesh bezecha begimel mochim b'amucha shlishi hu das. So this is what he wants to say, and he's going back on the last part of what he said. What did he say? Hachasada v'megadlam esvira zav v'kavuras ne'eklim b'nuknuk l'chigdal esvira secha kabavur calls out. Okay, so I know he mentioned das up there, but I guess I overshot it. So the time says that the Varam the Inyanim know the Sheyesh Bezach Gimel Mochim, so he's Chach Labin and Das. The Hamuch HaShlishi Hu Das is called Das. What's inside of Das? Well, the Yisod of Ima is inside of Das. HaKala B'chasadim B'Gevuro. So Ima is holding within her Shefa that's coming from Abba, which is Chachma, and Shefa that's coming from her. And she brings them into Das in a triangular kind of formation, in a segel formation. And they come into Das, which balances between the two, has both of them within him, so to speak. And that they're all inside of the Yisod of Tevuna. That's what we call the Chasadim and the Gvuros, we call them the Chug now. So the Eitz Chaim calls them the water that waters the tree. So, because the same thing with water, same thing with chug. The chatichlo, tachlisan, their purpose, the hispashit because svira zer anpin, hanikra ilan lahagdilo. So the whole idea is to spread these chasadim and gavuros into zer anpin. They should go into the entire 6 kitzvos of zer anpin in order to grow them. And this is called ilan lahagdilo, to grow the tree. So let's go over the next page. And it says, so this glow, this radiance that is coming now through these mochin of das that are inside of das, or the chesadim and the gevoros, is pashtusa b'kol spheros. It spreads into all of the spheros. Yerevis and mesasefes b'yus b'sod desad, and it goes down through the 5 spheros, which is chesed through hod, and then it gets together in the yesod zer anpin, v'la'achar mekan, and then after this time, mushpaz b'sod hayichud b'yesod denukva. This is the concept of the yichud, is that all that was inside of zer anpin, or that is inside of zer anpin, through the yesod, when it reaches the yesod to yesod, produces the shefa going from zer anpin into the nukva. Sham makom ha'iver, which is the place where pregnancy takes place. Ulim kodem v'chem, but we said that before that time. He misakeves b'yesod. It's all held up at the yesod. The sham na'asis his notitzus hakruya koichavim. Now, this all information I haven't heard. So let's see what he said. He said, Ulam Kodim Lachain, before the Yichud actually takes place between Abba Ve'ima. So here you are, let's say, not Abba Ve'ima, Zer Anpin and the Nukva. Let's say that Zer Anpin, which we're asked to see ourselves as a hologram, of a reverse hologram of Zer Anpin, so to speak, is that we are a manifestation of that in our form. So imagine yourself. You have all this potential within inside of you, Ulim Kodem V'chem, but before the actual Yichud could take place, Himis Akefes, that is, this Shefa, is now held back in the Yesod. V'sham Na'asis his Noitzis. So there it forms sparks, Hakruya Koichavim, which are called stars. Kafi Shivur, and we're going to explain that. Wow. Shadorish Khan Rashbi Besoda Shal Neshamas Tzadikim. So now what we're getting over here is getting into the concept of Neshamas Tzadikim, and I beg your pardon because I didn't read the Rab first, and we're going to do it. I didn't read the Rashbi first, so I'm a little bit out of order, but we'll come back. Don't worry about it. He said, "B'zez shadorish kan Rashbi b'sod shel neshamat tzadikim." So now we're going to talk about the neshamat tzadikim and the kroim tzadiki harabim. Tzadiki harabim. What tzadiki means? They're people that make the rabbin, the congregation, more righteous. Understand this, that the root, the source of the tzaddikim, is found in the Yesod Zer Anpin, Shesham Me'irim HaKochavim, which is the place that the sparks exist, which you mentioned before, where the stars shine. The Neshamas HaTzadikim and also are shining as the Neshamas of the Tzadikim are waiting in that Yesod. So we see how really critically important the concept of Yesod is. So it receives a glow or radiance from them, and it shines just like they do. We're going to get into this in greater detail. And the Sham Mushparos on the Shamas, the Yesod and Malchus, and from there these Neshamas shine then into the Yesod of Malchus, the Hishtala Besoda Iver, in order to make it completed and perfected in the secret of pregnancy, gestation. The Yesod of Malchus hu hakoroi kan zoher harakia. Now this is an idea. The Yesod of Malchus is here called zoher harakia. Now let's see one more little piece, and then we'll go look and we'll see what the words of the Rav are here. It seems to be a short sentence, but we'll see how it goes. So we know like this. Which usually means like heaven or firmament. Meshameshes bekal makom kinoi, the spheres yesod. But the truth is that the Rikia is every place that you see it is really in the secret of the concept of Yesod. Over the Rosh Zah, who Meshamish Pam the Yesod the Devuna, Upon the Yesod Zah, sometimes it refers to the Yesod of Ima, sometimes it refers to the Yesod of Zeir Anpin. Upon Yesod the Malchus, and sometimes it refers to the Yesod of Malchus, but in any case, the word Rekia always refers to Yesod. Now let's read Rabbi Shimon, and let's see. He says, "Gazor Rekia." It's like the light, the radiance of the Rekia. Yuhu Kolun Kol Govan, that Rekia has every color within it. Zohar Tomir Vagonis. It is a light of shining light that's shining outward, that is hidden and secreted away. Zohar Pahir, Bahir. It's really bright. B'shchakim. It lights up all of the heavens. Another word that we need to know. And he says, Zohar Zarek Nitzutzim, in this Zohar, it sends out sparks. And he says, Umabhik Barak La'aynin. And it shines out so much, it breaks out like a barak is a lightning to the eyes. That's to give a little metaphor. Zohar, the Zohar shines. Hivara b'sehara, like it's a whiteness like the moon. Zohar, sumaka, kama'adim, so it's like redness. So he says also shines red, like redness. Zohar madchik kolel yeruka kahama zohar yarek kolhav. So I just took the word mabhik. I wanted to make sure that I understood what it meant. It means to shine also. So the Zohar Zohar kivara b'sehira, kasehira, so it shines white like it's a Zohar that sometimes it's white. Zohar Zohar sumaka kama'adim, so it's like something that's red, it's also going to be red. Zohar mabhik, which shines kolel yeruka kahama, it also has a greenness in it, like the sun. Zohar yarek kochav, or Zohar which is yaruk, which is green like the stars. Zohar kolel chivar v'sumak, it has also white and red in it. Zohar zohir l'kol aver, it shines into all limbs. Kaman d'macha b'patish, like a person, let's say, I guess he means a spark, you hit the anvil, the hammer with the anvil, it makes sparks. V'zarek shvivin l'kol citron, it sends out sparks everywhere. Hochi Mahai Zohar Zaharim Kama Lishbasin. So we see from this, you see many souls, the Inan Zaharim Kula Berikia, and they're shining just like in the Rikia, Zohir Kulhu. No, it's not translated, a little bit wrong. The Inan Zaharim Kulhu, they're all shining in that place, which we said is the Yesod in the Rikia. Now, as is the case, is that Rebbe Shimon, as he is speaking, it's not easy to have a literal understanding of what he said. Now we'll get a little bit of start here, and maybe we'll stop right at this point, and tomorrow we'll pick up the actual Pirush Rahut, or let's do this little Pirush Rahut. It's a small one. Let's see what we can do here. So it says like this: V'hamaskilim yazhiru kazor akia. That's our phrase. The tzaddikim, he says, the maskilim. Who's the maskilim? We have to try to remember what he said about the maskilim. It's really thinking about the people, I think, in the yeshiva, who have the ability to be able to have completely open brains. Kazor akia. Haino ma'osa ha'ara, that is from that light. Hamispashtin b'kol sphira Zeir Anpin, that spreads into the entire, all the spheres of Zeir Anpin. Then it has Cephas b'Yisodo, and it gathers together in his Yisod, and B'Sham Mushpaz the Yisod the Malchus, and from there it shines into the Yisod of Malchus. She'ein lo gavon atzmi mishum, who has no colors. This interesting thing about the femininity, it's empty. It needs something to fill it up. She'ein lo gavon atzmi, has no light of its own. Why? Because she's the place for the collection, the gathering of all colors. She said, shehi mekabelas, because of spheres of kolula, because of agavonim. She's a collection of all colors, but she herself has no particular color. She's empty, really, of color, and she needs the color from others, and that's who she is. She acquires them. This is Baruch, Tikkun Elevator, Kollel. Enjoy the lift.